Welcome to the MBU Women's Basketball Coaches Show. I'm Joel Divick, Women's Basketball SID, and I'm joined with the big man himself, Samuel Pearson. Sam, thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, absolutely, Joel, man. Appreciate you having me, boss.
Absolutely, it's good to have you. A couple weeks into the season now, and your squad sitting at 2-2.
Yeah.
Coming off a tough loss against Central Methodist, number 9 in the nation.
Yeah.
But now we're firmly headed into conference play. So where do you feel the team is at this point in the season?
Good question. And there's a little bit of uncertainty, in all honesty. We dropped a game that, like you said, the CMU top 10 team was a very good team. Well coached, they play hard, they're aggressive. A couple of D1 transfers. You know, we knew that one was going to be tough coming out the gate. You know, initially when we scheduled it. Also dropped Culver Stockton. At Culver Stockton, it was their first home game of the year, so they played with a lot of energy. Coach Jeanette had them really ready to play, had a good game plan for us. Then we had suffered a couple of injuries to, you know, really our top 3 key players, and kind of killed our momentum, killed our game plan. You know, we had to try to adjust on the fly, and we're unable to. But was able to bounce back that following night against Viterbo. Come out of there 1-1, and then of course we won the first game of the season here at home against College of the Ozarks. So 2-2, could be better, could have been worse. You know, so we still got some uncertainty. We're still trying to get healthy, trying to get Bryce Dow back from a concussion, trying to get Tiani Taylor back, her hip back 100%. Obviously, Jalexis will be out for the season. But we're still trying to kind of find our identity. You know, we have a couple of more, like I said, in conference play here come Thursday, and then also Saturday. William Woods here Thursday, and then Saturday will be hosting Lyon here. So we're excited to jump into conference season. We're excited for the opportunity to get this thing back rolling, to play in front of our home crowd. So we're still searching for our identity. But at the end of the day, man, I think that we got a good group, man. We got all the pieces you need. You know, we got guards who can guard it, who can score it, who can distribute it, shooters who can shoot, bigs who can bang. You know, we got a little bit of everything. It's about staying to the grind, getting 1% better every day.
Yeah, absolutely. You touched on it a little bit. We've got going into conference what seems like a little earlier compared to last year. You've got William Woods and kind of been your arch nemesis over the past couple of seasons in Lyon.
That's right.
Coming to town.
Yeah.
You guys had a great showing in your home opener, though, as you mentioned, against College of the Ozarks.
Yeah.
What do you think that energy of playing in the Petty SRC here is going to do for you guys? How's it going to help you, like you said, just get that identity together, and how's it going to just re-energize the squad?
Yeah, well, we're hoping we kind of feel off of it. Playing here at the fans, the fans are incredible here at home. Obviously, it's a sports university, so there's folks from, football, basketball, baseball, lacrosse, wrestling, et cetera, that are all coming to watch a good brand of women's basketball being played, and we really feel off that, So, we're hoping that getting back in front of our home fans in our comfort zone, of playing at home on our rims, we've seen several shots go through these rims, so we're hoping that kind of fuels us a bit, and we're looking forward to that come Thursday night. And then also, Saturday is a Lion Scots team that has had our number year after year, and I'd like to check the stat, but I'm not sure MBU's women's basketball has ever beat Lyon. I know I haven't in my tenure, so I'm looking forward to it, man. They got a new coach, they got a few new players playing a new style, but we're going to take it one game at a time, man. This William Woods team is young, but they're coming in, man, with a chip on their shoulder, and Coach Nash has really got them playing some good basketball, So we got our work cut out come Thursday night. And then hopefully we're able to come out with a victory. And then come Saturday, it's gonna be another battle for us. But again, we're excited for it. I think that we have the team and the right pieces to really make a good run. But I don't want to peak too soon, and I don't want to look too far ahead of the future. It's just kind of tunnel vision, one game at a time. I have 2 more practices in between now and in Woods, so we're going to try to win the day in each one of those practices, each one of them film sessions, and then come Thursday night, see if we can give ourselves a good chance of winning.
Yeah, of course. They have had your number over the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, that's right.
Or excuse me, Lyon. But
Yeah.
You're 0-0 against them this year, so
Yeah.
that's all that matters. And I know that after last year, you guys had a great comeback against William Woods in this building.
Yeah.
So they'll probably be coming back hungry to maybe exact some revenge on you.
Oh, yeah,
guys.
I'm sure.
So,
I'm sure they're going to have a little bit of a chip. I mean, they had us down 20-plus here at our place. We had an incredible comeback, came back and win it. And then we beat it. We eliminated them in the tournament. Yeah, in the conference tournament. So I know that they got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, a little bit of a different aggression and a different drive and different fuel to come win this game here come Thursday. But we just got to take care of ours. We got to take care of. We've yet to, in our 4 games, we've yet to put 40 minutes worth of good basketball together. Where we're guarding it well, where we're sharing it well, where we're rebounding it well. Where the bench is engaged and we're together. We've yet to have 40 minutes worth of that. So I'm interested to put 40 minutes on the court, and may the chips fall where they may, man.
Awesome. Sam, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Tip-off for William Woods will be at 5:30 on Thursday, and come Saturday, 1 o'clock tip-off against the Lyon Scots. Appreciate the time, Sam.
Always a pleasure, boss. Yes, always a pleasure. Thank you.
We'll be right back with head coach Preston Ingram of the men's side with Kevin Paulus.
Welcome to the Coaches Show. That's Preston Ingram, men's head basketball coach here at Missouri Baptist. And Coach, before we get into the season a little bit, want to talk about, since we haven't had a chance on the show to talk about, the new season, the new team, some of the new guys. Give us a little bit of a rundown of some of the guys that we're going to see out there that we maybe haven't in years past.
Well, it was a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new guys and a lot of faces that we're still trying to learn.
Right.
It's obviously right now we're in a growing standpoint of learning. It's kind of like us 2 years ago when we brought in a brand new team after my first year, and there's a lot of guys that are trying to learn their way and learn the culture of what it is that we want to do. And but I like our talent. I like our pieces. I don't love us just yet because we've got a lot of growing to do and a lot of maturity pieces that we got to be able to kind of get done, and then the unfortunate part is our schedule doesn't allow that necessarily. But, there's a lot of good guys coming in, really kind of marked off with Bryce Johnson. Bryce is is a big recruit for us from KCK Junior College that played over there for Brandon Brigade. And he's a 6'7" versatile player. I won't even call him a position because I think he kind of does a little bit of all of it for us. And he adds a lot of different dynamic to us, from outside shooting to inside presence, to being able to handle it, pass it, and do a lot of good things for us. Nico Hill from West Plains, he's another versatile player, really athletic, probably our best athlete that we have in the gym. Very athletic, made to shoot the ball from 3 and does a lot of things that we're leaning on him already. In the 6 games we've already played multiple positions for us. And then Bruno, and I'm not going to try his last name.
I won't either, even though I got to say it like 100.
Arujo, or however way you want to say it. But Bruno, another transfer. But, and he's another guy that we're leaning on also too. But all those guys are sophomores, even though they're transferred because of the situation and stuff. But Bruno he's a legit sophomore.
Right.
And Bryce and Nico as well too because of the COVID years. But we're young in our stuff. We're young in our pieces, our freshman, Christian Davis, he's another guy that has a tremendous amount of talent and has done a lot of good things for us. But he's another guy that he's a freshman and is learning his way. And so we have a variety of many other guys also, too, that are kind of here as well, too, that they're going to provide. Brevin McMullen's another one, but Brevin hasn't made a play for 2 years. But he had a heck of a first weekend. Led us in scoring. And really kind of had a breakout. And last couple of games, he got kind of back onto us part of that. But there's just a lot of learning, a lot of growing, and hopefully we'll figure it out sooner than later.
Yeah, absolutely. And a couple of key returners, obviously, the heart of the team, no pun intended. Brendan Hardy had a big weekend. We'll talk about that in a second. But Jadis White is back as well. So you have a pretty good core returning, sprinkling in these new guys. And it's a formula for success. You just haven't quite found it just yet.
You're exactly right. Like having the experience of a senior point guard that's a 5th-year guy that's been through the trenches with us and won a championship with us and knows what it takes, and he obviously had a heck of a weekend this last weekend here, going, 10 points, 10 assists the last 2 games there, and facilitating everything. And then Brendan Hardy is Brendan Hardy. I mean, like he's Mr. Bonebap. I think that he's probably arguably going to be one of the most decorated guys since Pablo that came through the program. And the thing about Brendan is he's self-made. He's not the most athletic. He's not the most skilled. He's not the most ooh and ah guy. He is an everyday guy. And if we can get our team to understand that concept of what Hardy brings to us, because there's a lot of faults that Hardy has, but what he does is he's a self-made every single day guy. No matter what that it is, he brings his lunch pail, and we got to be able to have that. Tyrell Andrews is another guy that was a key contributor guy for us off the bench last year. Those 3 guys have the most playing experience. And then we get into Deshaun. And Deshaun and BJ, when BJ gets back being cleared again, of having minimal, playing time last year, but having the success rate of knowing what it takes. And we're leaning on those guys to have to grow in the leadership roles that they hadn't had to do, because River and John Yeager kind of did that for us. And River and John's not walking through the door, and so we need those guys to be able to step up and to do that for us.
Yeah, 26-5 last year, obviously made the NAIA tournament. And you have that returning talent sprinkling in what is really good talent coming in. It's just a matter, we talked about this, kind of letting it simmer and hope that the stew is good by the time February or March comes along with those ingredients.
Well, I hope so, because I think we have a chance.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I really do. I think that we have a chance. I mean, I think we're as talented as anybody, but we're not talented enough to out-talent everybody. And obviously the last 2 years we were so big. Ryan Pollard, River, Deshaun, John, and we were big. Then we got comfortable with that. Staff, we got comfortable with that. Now we're not as big, but we're fast and skilled, and we got to get comfortable with that. Not everybody has the size that we had the last couple of years, and at first I didn't like it. Then I became to love it, and now I'm looking for it, and now we got to be able to get out of that mode. We got to get in the mode of what we are right now is we're very skilled, we're very athletic. Even when we go small, we score the ball really well. I think we shoot the ball better than what we have been. Our shooting percentages has been great. It's been our defense, and that's been the biggest thing with me is our defense.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about what's upcoming, and I haven't had a chance to look at it just yet, but I think this might be the earliest you guys have ever started conference play. You're 6 games into the year. Already start with William Woods. Let's talk about William Woods. They're kind of nipping at you guys' heels even last year. They're going to be much improved. It's going to be a tough test Thursday night.
It always is with him.
Yeah.
I mean, Charles and I, we talk all the time on the phone, and we laugh and joke about it, is that we hope that every one of us win besides the Thursday and the next Thursday, back in January. And so they're big. They're exactly what we were last year. I mean, Grant Peters, all-conference guy, transferred there from Hannibal. He's a load. He's always had our number. Even with our bigs, he's always gave us trouble. He's back. Kircher's back. Hurst. I mean, they're one of the most experienced teams coming back besides Columbia. And we know that they're coming in to try to get going. They haven't had a lot of success this year on the road, but it's going to be a rival game. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a conference game, and that's what we work for. And we have to have them. I mean, that's the most important, and that's what we talk about all the time is we got to get off to a good start in the conference play, and it starts with Woods, and that's going to be a tough task.
Absolutely, and I always talk about how smart you are with your scheduling. Here we are, it's 40 degrees in Missouri. After Saturday, you guys head to the beach.
That's right.
Head to the beach, but
it's not
Loyola
the funnest beach.
and Faulkner and
Florida College.
It's going to be a tough test to in it. If we're being honest, in a team that's a little not shaky, but not settled into your roles.
Look,
right
it's
now.
got me doing this here.
Sweating already?
I've been sweating since we first started doing this thing. I can't wait because we're staying on the beach, so we're able to walk out and see the ocean.
Nice.
So that's going to give me a little bit of grievance. But man, this is not the smartest thing I've ever done in my life. Florida College obviously is number, I think, 21.
Yeah.
And Loyola's reigning national champion, but they still haven't lost a game.
Right.
I mean, they're 3-0, they're 4-0, whatever it is. And then Faulkner has been the Sweet 16 the last 2 years.
Yeah, right.
And so we actually had a heck of a game against Faulkner a couple of years ago at Talladega when we took them to overtime and really kind of thought that we shot ourselves in the foot. We made some free throws, but you're talking about another, coach over there, he's been a Division I head coach at Lipscomb for, I think it was like 15 years.
Right.
Very well programmed, Loyola, again, exact same thing, another Division I guy. And then you got Florida College is one of the most efficient offenses there is in the country. And so that is not the easiest task. We're playing 5 games in 7 days.
Right.
And so then we got to come back and go to CBC at Williams. And so it's not the smartest thing I've ever done. But we'll see. It's at the end of the day, it's learning for us.
Right.
Whether hopefully we put on a show and we compete, but I'm hoping that it grows us up and prepares for conference play.
Well, we appreciate the time, Coach, and
Yeah.
good luck. You know, it'll probably be 5-6 games before we get to talk to you. You'll double your schedule. You played 6, probably
Yeah.
be 5 more before we get to talk again.
We got a
Best
whole
of
lot
luck.
coming quick. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
All right.
Hopefully my hairline's still here by the end of the year. It's
Preston-
losing quick.
That's Preston Ingram. It's been the men's head basketball coach show here on the Spartan Digital Network.